Earlier this month, there was a huge controversy involving KFC allegedly kicking out a 3-year-old girl because her face had been disfigured after she was attacked by 3 pit bulls. Now, the little girl in this case, Victoria Wilcher, was at the KFC allegedly with her grandmother, and they said that they ordered mashed potatoes and a sweet tea, but then a bunch of the customers felt scared when they saw the little girl was all disfigured. So the KFC employees kicked them out. Well, later on, it turns out that maybe that wasn't the case. An anonymous source actually spoke to authorities and said, hey, you know what? We looked at surveillance, and surveillance indicates that they never actually stepped foot in the KFC, and we also have records of all the different orders that came in on that particular day, and no one ordered mashed potatoes and sweet tea. And to make matters worse, initially the grandmother said that she went to a specific KFC that had been shut down. And then when she got caught in that lie, all of a sudden she said, oh, no, I'm sorry, I was mistaken. It was actually this other KFC. So, of course, it's a fishy story, to say the least.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm holding out that it's not 100% certain that it's fake, right? Maybe they looked at the wrong KFC's footage and the wrong KFC's records. That's why they didn't see her on the video, and that's why they didn't see that order in that register. But it seems unlikely. It's the thing that really is very, very fishy is like, I went to that KFC. They're like, that one hasn't been open in a long time. I mean, I went to the other KFC.
Yeah.
Nah, that's super fishy.
Yeah, and another fishy part of this is an anonymous source went to authorities and the press and said, hey, the surveillance says that they weren't there, and also there's no record of that particular order. I would much rather know who the source is, because an anonymous source could be someone from KFC that's trying to save their image. So you're right in saying that you're not 100% sure as to whether or not the grandmother is lying. Now, there's another twist to the story. KFC had offered $30,000 to the girl because they wanted to make sure that she got the proper medical care in order to have reconstructive surgery. She lost one of her eyes in the pit bull attack, and so they wanted to make sure that she could get, a glass eye or a prosthetic eye to replace it. And the family has decided to reject that offer. They said, we didn't feel it was appropriate to accept it after everything KFC has done. They did manage to raise over $100,000 through crowdfunding, and it was a website called GoFundMe. And also there's a plastic surgeon in Las Vegas that is willing to do reconstructive surgery on the little girl for free. So they are still getting that help. But it is interesting to see that they wanted to turn down that money.
Yeah. The story gets fishier as we go along. First of all, what did KFC do to you? It appears right now that they didn't do anything. They overly kind to you, giving you $30,000 that they shouldn't be giving you, and you reject that. But my real question is, what's happening with that $100,000 that they got funded, right? Mm-hmm. By regular Americans that put in whatever little money they had to help that little girl out of the goodness of their heart. There's a guy already offering free surgery. What do you need the $100,000 for? Their lawyer, Saul, it's not really Saul, but says, no, it's okay. The money is with a non-family third party, Saul's assistant. Okay, so come on, they're going to take that money, man.
Look, I don't know what they're going to do with that money. Obviously, we're just speculating as to what they're going to do with it. But the one thing that I will say is a lot of people are arguing that, hey, if it's proven that they lied about the KFC incident, then they should find a way to refund the money that they crowdfunded.
Good luck.
But yeah, good luck with that. But also, the fact that the grandmother might have lied about what occurred doesn't change the fact that this little girl was attacked by 3 pit bulls and needs reconstructive surgery.
By the way, pit bulls that her family owned.
Yeah, so she does need money for the surgeries. Yes, the plastic surgeon said that he will offer some of his services, but who knows, she might need more medical care after the fact.
We care about the girl. The girl's not the one that made up the story. We want her to get better, and I'm glad somebody has offered to do it for free. I just feel bad for the people who put in the $100,000 who it doesn't, right now, it doesn't appear that it's going to go towards the surgery. It's just sitting with a non-family third party that is not disclosed. Gee, I wonder where it's going to go next.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And another point I want to make about this story is, look, we're starting to see more and more of these hoaxes. And again, we don't know 100% if this was a hoax, but people will publicize something that happened to them that was tragic or that was horrible, and they feel that they've been discriminated against in some way. And then they'll do it because they know it'll pull on the heartstrings of certain people, and they can raise money doing it. And so we're going to see it happen more and more often. I think people are going to take advantage of these situations so they can raise money. And it sucks because you don't want to take advantage of people's empathy.
Yeah. I'm going to ask for a little bit of needless credit here. That I think it was right after the bus incident where the grandmother got yelled at or something, where I said, oh, they're going to start doing fake ones immediately. This is raising way too much money.
Yeah, I mean, that grandmother that was bullied on a bus, of course that video went viral. They raised over $700,000 for her so she could retire early. So yeah, of course, people are definitely going to take advantage of situations like that.
Yeah, and what sucks is they're going to ruin it for everybody. Like, so many people gave that grandmother and other people that deserved it. Like, it was internet justice. It was great. And it lasted for like a tiny little window before the pricks came in to ruin it.
And it was a nice break from the Hunger Games, right? Like, everything is so screwed up right now that you have like middle class people fighting one another, working class people fighting one another, as opposed to fighting the system. And when you hear about humanity doing humanity, you just feel good about it. You know, you want to believe that people are good and that they'll look out for one another. I don't know, stories like this make me sad.
Yeah, no, and it was like, you know what it was? It was a voluntary redistribution of wealth. That like, this person's down and out. We're decent human beings.
Yeah.
I can afford $10, $20, whatever it is. I want to help that person. And it was like a small piece of goodness, like shining into the world. So of course it had to be vanquished.
Of course.
And now it has begun.